Think we did it. All
There
right.
it is.
I will leave it. Happy launch day. I will leave the two of you to chat.
What's
My
up?
friend, how are you?
Wait, I'll tell you how I am. Getting over a cold.
Well, you've been traveling a lot. I'm following you on social. I know you were over in Europe and London, and you were having a great time over there.
I'm traveling a lot. I have kindergartners who are involved in everything, and it's been a busy almost 2 years for me. But we're
Well,
here.
we are here, and we are here for a very important reason, my friend, and that is the fact that Dig Deeper, your latest program for BODi, is launching today. And I have a question for you, and it's off the cuff. How many programs does this make for you? With
Oh, let's run through them. Hip Hop Abs, Rockin' Body, Insanity, Asylum 1 and 2, Max 30, T25, B25, T25 Delta, Let's Get Up, Shaun Week, Size. I had a couple kids programs. I don't know, a lot.
like
Trip
around the
120.
14 mark, 14,
Yeah,
15. That's amazing. Well, my friend,
yeah,
congratulations. And I'm so
yeah.
excited to be here with you today. That's for sure. And I want to dive in and start talking about the program because I know there's a lot of people here that are excited about the program. They want to learn more about it. And I think a lot of people are going to be surprised because this is something that's a bit of a shift for you. And I think you would agree. What motivated you to begin this new journey for you?
Wait, first, Jeffrey, did you tell them who you are?
I did not.
I think you should tell them who you are, because these people are probably like, who's this guy talking to Shaun T? They don't know the value and the importance of you.
All
Then we
right.
can talk about me.
You're so sweet. All right, team. My name is Jeffrey Scott. I am the Group Vice President of Fitness, Nutrition, and Results for BODi. I'm a 35-year veteran in the fitness and wellness industry, and I am a friend of Shaun T's. That's my number one on my resume.
Cool. All right. I just wanted them to know who you are, because,
Thank you. I appreciate that.
besides the handsome smiling face. So you want to know, like, what shifted and motivated me to begin this journey, I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
exactly.
I think what shifted for me was something that happens to a lot of people, which was, to be quite honestly, a combination of two things: getting older and injuries. And I think that because people see us as fit and we work out all the time, there's the flip side of that, which is, I was involved in sports my entire life. I was a professional dancer, played tennis, and then obviously fitness. So regardless of how well you take care of your body, I'm super flexible. I do all the fun things, all the good things. I stretch, whatever. I get massages. There's still things that happen just over time. And
Yep.
so shoulder surgery was the driving force. I remember just going to Beachbody On Demand Interactive and having to really adjust my workouts just so I could make it through,
Yep.
and then decide to get shoulder surgery. And once I did that, actually walking into a physical therapy center for my shoulder, meeting Kristen, who everyone should know by now. And if you don't, just go to my page. You'll know who Kristen is, or do the workouts.
Yep.
You'll know who Kristen is. She really changed my life in a way of, like, obviously I know a lot about kinesiology and exercise physiology, but having to go through a transition and strengthen my body at this age where it's not as easy as it used to be completely transformed the way that I went about fitness. And to be
Yep.
quite honest, and I'm a keep it real kind of person, I was actually getting jaded with fitness. I was like, how many more power jumps can I do?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I always fall into the motivational aspect of mindset, but
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, it was like, eh. And I actually had shoulder surgery. I went to therapy. I started going to my doctor more regularly, got in the gym, and everything changed, because it was all about, I realized that muscle building and strength is the true fountain of youth for me and for a lot of people. And I think that's, at the end of
True.
the day, that's what I want people to take away from everything we talk about today. Building muscle, not bulking, but building muscle, reshaping your body is the fountain of youth. So
Yes.
when you say you're going to do this program for 3 months, you're doing yourself a disservice. I mean, look, we're a company that has many workouts. You have Amwala, you have Joel,
Mhm.
way back to Tony Horton, you have MBF with my lovely Megan. There's a lot there for you. I'm just bringing it a different way, my way, and we'll talk about how this is different than other things you're doing.
I agree. Truth bombs left and right. I'm really happy you said that. And talk about, just the whole premise of this program is about body recomposition, and that is the outcome of Dig Deeper as a program. So what does body recomposition, what does it mean to you, and what can people expect?
Oh my gosh, I love this question so much. And I'm so happy I'm able to talk to you because I feel like I could be even more candid than I already am. When people go into a fitness program, 99% of the people in commercial fitness, they think weight loss. And I think oftentimes when people think weight loss compounds into not being able to eat, depriving yourself, giving up parts of your life. And that's not what this is. For me, and even though we're not going to talk about nutrition today, to me, this is reshaping your body.
Yep.
And actually building muscle, strengthening your body will it'll help you build confidence. You'll feel stronger. You'll be more energized. Like I said, muscle is the fountain of youth. But at the end of the day, you'll realize that you don't have to always run away from the weight that you are. Yes, of course, people are going to lose weight. The test group, like if someone is not super active or they're sedentary or they were an athlete and they haven't done anything for a while, of course, adipose tissue is not the best thing to have on your body. So yes, you are going to lose weight. But for the mindset, I say go into it trying to build muscle and reshape your body and not chase a number on the scale. Because the minute you start chasing the number on the scale, the minute the domino effect happens of you finding exercise to be daunting and it's not working and it's not tangible. And this is going into a workout that is going to make you recomposition your body and reshape your body. It's an everyday tangible situation because every burn you feel, every activation you feel, every time you can't get up off the toilet because your legs hurt, this is reshaping your body, and you have to spend less time running to the scale and more time being like, well, how do my clothes fit? Like,
Yep.
those kind of things. Yeah, I can tell you, measure your biceps, measure your waist. Like those things become a lot more important than just a number on the scale. And so for me, I remember celebrating the fact that I was 220 pounds and I was happy with the way that I looked. It just like 2 months into my journey. And then now, almost 2 years later, my 220 pounds, because of muscle maturity and development, looks like my 230 pounds now. I'm like, damn, like it just looks so much better. And so that's the thing I want people reshape your body. Your clothes will start to fit different. You will still be able and need to wear a smaller size in your clothing, and you can almost be the same exact weight. Some of the people that send me their before and current photos that were in the test group,
Yep.
3 pound difference, and you're like,
Huge.
what?
Wow.
And
Yeah.
so
Yep.
and that just takes me to, I don't know if we'll get there, but that takes me to my lovely women out there who is my biggest audience, to be quite honest, in home fitness. I need you, and I will beat this until the day I'm done here. Stop thinking you're going to get bulky, because you just don't. Like, if you can get bulky just by looking at weights and lifting weights, then you know what I mean. I need to make money off of you because you have something in your DNA that we need to put into a serum somewhere.
Yep.
So you're going to make yourself stronger, and don't look at shapely muscles and shaping your body as a bulky thing. Look at it as a strong thing, and you will actually look just as feminine and just as great if that's what you're going for.
And I think also what you talked about earlier, just the self-empowerment, like when you have that muscle on and you put that shirt on, and it's funny you brought that up because I haven't worn this shirt in a while, and I've been doing your program for a while. I went to the test group, and like my shoulders are like, it's so much better. Like I knew that what I had been doing was paying off, and I felt so good this morning getting ready, ironically, to come and talk to you about this program. So you cannot put a price on feeling good about yourself. You just can't. And when you have a program that helps you do that, it's, where do I sign up, right? So it's incredible. So about the program, now I know that there are three collections, three phases to dig deeper. Could you talk a little bit about those?
Yes, I'm super, super stoked to talk about it. And I do want to emphasize before we move on, for the people who you will lose weight during this program.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
So
yeah.
that's not going to happen. Your nutrition's on point, whatever. You will lose weight. I'm just trying to get you to not make that your priority, because you will miss out on so many amazing things that's going to happen to your body if you just focus on losing part of yourself instead of gaining strength.
Yeah.
All right. So the three different collections, I like to call them splits in the bodybuilding world.
Sure.
The three different collections. So collection one is dynamic circuits. These giant circuits that you do. It's a teeny bit more fast paced and by way of movement, but I still make you move slow and controlled.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you a quick story because I think this will help everyone understand. So most people go into the gym, they'll research something on Google, and they'll be like, oh, I have to do 3 sets, 10 to 12 reps, or 12 to 15 reps, and then they move on. And most of the time when they grab the weight for 10 to 15 reps, they're trying to grab a heavy weight, they're trying to push weight, and I actually thought the same thing coming out of, I was like, man, I'm good, I'm strong. And Kristen was like, we're doing circuits. And I remember having to do like 6 exercises, 6 rounds. And part of me was like, I'm mad at you, girl. Like, I thought I was going to come in here and do these 3 sets and hit it. And what that was doing, and this is what I want people to understand, it is literally shaping your muscular endurance. Just like with sports that involve endurance in your heart, muscular endurance is the foundation for you being able to even get to phase 3, which we'll talk about, to collection 3. But these giant circuits, they drop in number of reps as we go through the sets. But it is also, while we're doing these giant circuits and you're repeating and repeating and repeating and you're doing so many reps, I'm actually teaching you how to activate your muscles, what parts, like different parts to look for. We talk a lot about mind muscle connection, which we'll go there. And it's not just like, oh, mind muscle connection, like I'm connected. No, I'm trying to teach you the details of your muscles, like these individual details that are happening in your muscles. If you can focus on individual details every time you do a set, the totality of that muscle is going to get the best result.
Totally.
And that
Yep.
is you literally firing from your brain, connecting to the muscle. One of the things that Kristen did that was so spectacular, and this is why I really wanted to put this in this program for people, is she would let's say I would be doing leg extensions. She would just do like this, her fingers on different parts of my quads. She would just like touch. Or if I'm doing shoulders, she would just do this. So that she's like, connect there, connect there, connect there, connect there. And to the point where now, if I'm doing a lunge or if I'm doing a bicep curl, like one of the best cues for bicep curls is, instead of trying to throw your arms up, push your elbow to the ground.
Yep.
Keep everything connected. And those things will start to shape your muscles and get your mind-muscle connection. So, and a muscular endurance way. So that's collection 1. Collection 2, I'll go a little bit faster.
That's right.
I'm just super excited about it.
Me too. Go. Take your time.
Collection 2 is supersets combined with time under tension. Now, supersets are different than dynamic circuits. Circuits are multiple exercises that attack different, we do upper body, lower body, total body. So it attacks many different parts of your body. But what we're doing with the supersets is we're doing opposing muscle groups. So we'll do chest and back. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people don't even know why people go into the gym to do chest and back. One of the reasons that people don't even think about is to create balance in your body. Mm-hmm. So what we're doing in collection 2, now that you got this muscular endurance, we do supersets combined with time under tension, which a lot of people can find to be really boring until you start to listen to your body and feel your body. A lot of people grab heavy weight. This is where we're saying you don't need heavy weight. And sometimes like it'll be a 3-in-1, and sometimes I'll hit you with a 5-in-1 count that makes you hold that weight just a little bit longer. And the point of that is people don't understand that even with less weight, you can build more muscle just by time under tension going slower. So the combination of supersets with balancing your body, and I really talk about this in collection 2. Let's just take a bent over row, for instance. Like, say my fingers are going to the ground. I tell you to stretch as far as you can through the lat, and then you row. And then think about it. Now you're doing a chest press. So now you're working that same kind of way, but now I'm actually stretching it back a little bit more. Or when I'm rowing, I'm stretching that chest out this way a little bit more. So it really balances your body with quads and hams, chest and back, biceps and triceps, all these things. I'll talk a lot about eccentric contraction, concentric contraction, excuse me, lengthening your muscles in a different way, like intentionally lengthening your muscle, getting that full range.
Yep.
It's great. So then we go to collection 3, which is the build phase. That's when it's just me and you on the camera. It is like we are doing less reps, higher weight, but you will need muscular endurance and time under tension to be at its max in order for you to get the max result here. Now, in this one, I talk a lot about getting stuck. So, of course, we want full range of motion. I'm reading your mind, Jeffrey.
You are.
We're getting full range of motion on the chest press, right? But oftentimes, people, you can't get it all the way up. So what do? Do I drop the weight? No. Get stuck. Even if it's just an inch in that, there's a zone at which you are still building, and then you can put the weight down. So just so everyone knows, that's like, you can look at the calendar and look at all the workouts, but that's the gist of it. So you have to look at getting to that build phase when it's the first collection, which is Giant Circus, is Kristen, myself, and another guy, Chris. So I'm able to work with people, really help you through. Second collection is just Kristen and I. And so I forgot to tell you this. This is one of the best gifts you'll ever get, having a doctor in there with me. And Kristen will give you some tips where you're just like, she'll give you tips from almost like a physical therapist standpoint that takes you outside of the exercise. And you're like, oh, I didn't realize that's probably why I had that injury, or, oh, that's why I need to do that. So it's more than just, you're in collection 2, you're getting more than just Shaun T telling you all of these muscle cues, which is really amazing. You're also getting tips from a doctor. And then when you get to that collection 3, it's like you're graduating to a point of like, okay, like mentally I can go there, and you're truly digging deep. Now, listen, like we said, the program is set up for a 3-month program. However, Kristen and I talk all the time where you could do collection 1 for 3 months by itself. Then you hit collection 2 for 3 months, and then you hit collection 3. The last thing I want to say is I've gotten a lot of questions is, well, why do we have to repeat exercises? Because we've gotten so used to, like for me, Transform 20, it's like 50-day workout, 50 different workouts. Well, believe it or not, if you're going to get the best result possible, you have to be consistent in what it is that you do, and do it over and over and over again. The reason why it's not boring, one, is because you're going to be constantly in tune with yourself. And secondly, you're going to want to do the same thing over and over again, because if I did a different workout for the same workout, right, the rest is going to be different, the timing is going to be different. And I want you to literally be in the same time zone thinking about the same thing every single time you work out. Throughout my bodybuilding journey, I literally, Jeffrey, like right now I'm coming up on 4 months of doing the same exercises for every workout. So not every workout, for each body part. And I absolutely love it because I know exactly how strong I'm getting. I know exactly how much I can squeeze. I know exactly where I'm connecting. And so I want people to think of this in a different way. You basically have a personal trainer slash doctor slash kinesiology class on your screen every single time you work out.
Hands down. And just to add to that, it is repeating the workout and progressively overloading is the foundation of progressive overload. So you go to any NESM, ASM, CSM, you look about progressive overload. You want to build muscle, you want to build strength, you want to change your body. This is how you do it. Boom. That's how we do it. And I also want to say that even someone who's been doing this for decades, I loved it because you and Kristen's, your nuanced cueing helped me feel things and achieve things I've never done before, because you guys were so dialed into exactly what you wanted, not only the activating muscle to do, but like what the mechanics were to help to activate that muscle even more, which you don't often get in a lot of heavy training programs. And you guys did it here, and you did it incredibly well. So that is something for anyone watching who's about to start this program. I promise you, it's going to change everything you know about heavy lifting, period.
I want to say like a couple different of those cues for people who are watching. It's like, oh, like what exactly are you talking about? One is that when people do tricep dips, they're like, okay, when I tell you to do tricep dips, the first thing I'm telling you to do is push your elbow back instead of going down. You're gonna stress it. Like you're gonna be able where you could do like 20 tricep dips. You're gonna be like, yo, I'm at 11 and I'm exhausted. Or just a simple cue of keeping your shoulder away from your ear. Or when you're doing a lateral raise, it's like pushing toward that wall instead of just trying to throw your arms up. So there's these little things that Jeffrey was just talking about that Kristen and I talk about in the workouts. It's like, it's going to take what weight you thought was light before, and you're going to be like, oh, holy crap. Like doing it like this, I'm actually activating the muscle that I'm supposed to activate.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And I'm so excited to have everyone watching who's going to do it. I want to talk to them in 30 days from now and see how they start to feel. And literally, it's going to be life-changing. So dig deeper. The word dig deeper. It's a term that you use often. Whenever I hear dig deeper, I immediately think of Shaun T. Can you tell us a little more about like the mental health piece of this as well, and how it's affected you and how you've brought it into this program?
At the end of the day, I have a really good friend in New York. She says, at the ending of the day. So people usually say at the end of the day. I'm going to say at the ending of the day, if you do an audit of how you were successful at different things throughout the day, the only reason you were successful is because you told yourself to do it and you followed through. A lot of people think that I say dig deeper is because I want you to push beyond your max, Even like in max 30, I'm like, max out. Another thing to like really give this a foundation, I don't believe in 110%. I don't. When people are like, I give it 110%, I'm like, well, if you give it 110%, then you're not giving it, then you're telling me you're giving it 90%. Like, you weren't giving 100% before.
Right.
And I'm like, so dig deeper you define what dig deeper is for you. When I say dig deeper, I'm like, whatever you have in the tank, that's what I want you to give.
Yep.
Not unsafe. I want you to do it in a safe way, but it comes from here. If your mind is saying, oh my gosh, like you can do this, like if you struggle through the first workout and that entire workout is extremely tough, but you get through it, the only way you got through it is because you were telling yourself to get through it. Yep. And I'm not going to go too deep here, but dig deeper was the foundation of my life from a really tough childhood. And I was just able to go to therapy and use what was the foundation of my childhood and the way that I had to fight. And I was like, to fight to survive. And I'm like, if I can apply this to something good as I was going through therapy, and the combination of movement and mental fitness or mental health, however you want to look at it when you're exercising, is a second to none combination. Not when it just comes to getting a six-pack or getting big arms, but your ability to commit to go through the finish line. And that's what dig deeper means to me. Don't think that I'm telling you to dig deeper. Like if you're done and you pushed as hard as you can go, celebrate that. Like I have zero expectation because only you know if you're pushing as hard as you can go.
Yep.
So
love it.
I like to say we're not going skin deep, we're going muscle deep. So dig into that too.
I love it. I love it. So one thing I think a lot of people are going to want to know is, you know, you've been really like the king of cardio for many, many years, and you're often associated with, you know, if you want to get a good sweat on, Shaun T's your man. Now, your approach to cardio in this program is quite different. Could you talk about that just a little bit?
Yeah, so people are probably wondering why I was so crazy. Well, I'm still kind of, my peak condition is there. I ran track, so that was just the foundation of my sports. Track and football, usually short bursts, high energy, and have to doing it over and over again. But anyway, so with this, a little bit different. First thing, what I want to talk about first is the benefit of muscle, and everybody when they want to lose weight, they go to, you see it in every hotel gym. You have more hotel gyms with weight equipment, resistance training, and I want to tell you that muscle is going to help you burn more calories. Muscle burns fat. That's why our lovely friend Megan Davies has a program called Muscle Burns Fat. And so for this, I know everyone is, when they see Dig Deeper and when they see Shaun T, they're like, oh my gosh, he's going to make me do power jumps. There's not one jump.
Nope.
Zero, not even one. Even on exercises where your hands are on the bench, I'm like, you're not going to jump at all. Because for me, the only cardio, the cardio that I did to get me from shoulder surgery to the stage, walking, the Stairmaster, and that was it. So my approach to this cardio is a steady state. It's like you should be able to walk and have a conversation, be a little bit out of breath. You should be able to be on your bike, maybe check your email, 20 to 30 minutes moving. I created some steady state cardio workouts because you need a little Shaun T crazy. You need a little Shaun T. You know what I'm
I
saying?
love them. I freaking love them. I love what you did. I had so much fun, and I appreciate you not making me jump in my 50s.
Not one jump in that 20,
nope,
I think we did 25, 30, 35 minutes
yeah.
or whatever. Not one jumping. And so the other thing that when you do that steady state cardio, I like to do it after my workout. I just like to call it an enhancement in you burning the calories and burning the fat so that you can keep the muscle. The reason why I would never recommend you do Insanity Max 30, because you don't want to do plyometrics after you've depleted the glycogen in your body, which is why I tell people we're not talking about nutrition, but don't be afraid of carbs for this one in moderation. But you don't want to, you're depleting your you're depleting your carbs, you're utilizing your carbs. You don't want to do crazy cardio after that. You just want to walk steady state, heart rate is in a fat burning zone, and you're good to go. And it's actually so much more fun.
I loved it. I really did. I'm not just saying that. I had so much fun. And I actually felt like the workouts, the 30-minute workouts, the steady state, went by like that because it was something different for me and for you too. And I just really enjoyed it. All right, a couple more questions. And I know you're a busy man. I don't want to keep you. I could talk to you all day. But I did want to ask you, what are the 2 supplements that you really recommend with this program?
Wait, somebody said riding a bike. Yes, I absolutely. If you want to do like some of my B25, I forget which the Wednesday workouts were. But if you have a bike at home, that is one of the best steady states you can do at a decent pace. Okay, so my 2 supplements. So I tell people you need to eat before you do these workouts. Like you need to eat, but Energize, super, super important. A lot of people, drink that Energize right before their workout. Some people drink it 20, 30 minutes before they work out. I'm a little bit weird. I use my food as my pre-workout, and I drink my Energize during my weight training workouts, believe it or not, because I'm like, I need this. So Energize is like, it literally is your best friend in addition to the fuel. But for me, the most important supplement you're going to have is the Recover. It is the best protein shake. That's what I call it. The best, like a comprehensive protein shake on the market. And people know, like, I'm very picky. I'm allergic to whey. So the Beachbody, the vegan chocolate Recover is like, I'm telling you guys right now, like, I don't like selling supplements like that, but I'm like, listen, this is it. And the reason why people are like, why? Protein synthesis, people. You wanna burn and lift And before you even do cardio, I say make your shake before you even work out. So as soon as you're finished working out,
Right there.
you pound that shake. If I'm at the gym, if I'm training with my trainer, if I'm training here, I literally, before I go do cardio, I will eat. Sometimes I'll have, like, if I don't have my shake, I'll have 4 ounces of ground beef and my my rice or whatever. But you have to do that as soon as you. That's like rule of thumb. As soon
Yep.
as you finish doing these workouts, get that recover. It. I don't like to compare different BODi supplements, but that to me is the
Yep.
one.
Yep.
Like, recover is the one. It is the one. It is the one. It is the one. I will, like, it is the one protein shake that I've been consistent with ever.
Yep.
So, and people don't ever hear me like endorsing like supplements like that, but this is so amazing and perfect for you that it's a must have. And like I said, I'm allergic to whey, so it's like really perfect for me. I like vegan protein shakes, and it's hard to get a good vegan protein shake.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah. I'm with you 100%. Awesome. And I agree. Recover meat every day. I have
yeah,
it in some way. I also love its diversity. I have it in shakes. Sometimes I put a little bit of water in there and I have it for dessert. I mix it with Shakeology.
exactly.
There's a lot of ways to take it in, and I freaking love it as well. All right. So this one's a really, really important one. This one is, what do people need as far as equipment is concerned to be successful with Dig Deeper?
So easy. I'm going to pick up my phone here. Okay, so all you need are dumbbells, enough of them, not gonna lie, you need enough of them, and you need a bench. I have a few different types of benches here, just because I was testing them out. You can even use, some people can only kind of afford that kind. This one also, I can't do it with one hand. But anyway, you need a bench that none of them I can do with one hand, Jeffrey. What's wrong with me? Hold
It's
on.
all right.
But you want a bench that you can elevate, because we're doing flat bench, we're doing incline press kind of stuff, we're doing stuff with your shoulders, so you want to be more up at closer to a 90 degree, but that's it. And maybe you have some posing lights in your home, but that's it. I mean, that's it. I will tell you, and don't, if you only got, if your highest weight is 20s, you need to go invest. Like, this is not a program where you're like, oh my goodness, this weight feels good. No, 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 no. You need to be like, okay, all right, like, yeah, I'm gonna work with this one, because a lot of people pick up weights that are comfortable. And yeah, when you first start the program, and when you do a workout the first time, yeah, you want to pick up something like, okay, I've done this before, but I'm telling you, man, like, one of my nannies, who I'm gonna show her progress photos in a couple weeks, like, she's like, oh, Shaun, like, you got 50 pounds? Like, I got 50 pounds. Like, you will really surprise yourself. And that's why I want people to be safe. Like, be safe. Don't do anything crazy, but don't be afraid to push yourself with the weight. Once you start to do and use the cues that I tell you to use, and you get used to really activating your muscle in the right way,
Yep.
you're going to surprise yourself with how strong you become. And you're going to surprise yourself with how you're not getting bulky. You're just literally changing adipose tissue, getting rid of adipose tissue, and building your muscle.
Amen. I say, like, yeah, always choose weights or purchase weights now that you're going to grow into. And now's the perfect time, right? It's the holidays.
Exactly.
So invest in yourself. Buy yourself those weights that scare you just a little bit. And I promise you, you're going to grow into them. And this time next year, you're going to be thinking to yourself, I bought that 45 pound weight last year and I was nervous. And now I'm using that for like the middle of my workout. It's not even my heaviest weight anymore, right?
I know. I told one of my friends, this woman who lives in New York, she was like, she was in the test group. She was like, yeah, I think I have 20s. I was like, mm-mm. I was like, you need to go up. She could not believe that she would be pressing 35-pound dumbbells, 40-pound dumbbells. I was like, and she lost weight. And that's the other, lost weight, meaning changed her body composition. And that's what I want people, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
I love it. All right. In closing, because we got to wrap it up. I've
Okay.
kept you longer than I think we agreed to, but I do appreciate your time, as does the hundreds and sometimes thousands of people that were on here today. If there is someone who's watching this right now and they're on the fence, they're a little nervous, they're a little scared, they've never done anything like this before, they see pictures of you, they're like heavy lifting, what would you say to that person to encourage them to take that leap of faith and dig deeper, purchase this program, and change their lives?
Tough trainer alert. I will say you can find an excuse not to do anything.
Yeah.
But I'm letting you know the number one reason why people usually don't do weight is because they're jumping, their joints. They're like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. This entire workout, number one, you're guided again by me, 25 years to Jeffrey's 35 years. You have me and you have a doctor who helped me develop this, a physical therapist. So understand that the things that you are doing in this workout are safe. I'm not inventing some like ridiculous exercise to be like, oh, you're gonna throw this over your head and you're gonna catch it with one arm and you have to make sure. I'm not doing that. Everything we do, you are grounded. You are, like my boy Amwala says, you are 10 toes down. Like you are grounded, you are pushed in, you are connected. And so there's no jumping. You have literally two of the best people that can guide you on a home workout video.
Yep.
You have the choice to pick up whatever weight you want. The other thing is, I'm giving you the cues and I'm giving you modifications along the way. There's some exercises where I'm like, okay, this person can't do this. You might not want to step up on the bench. If you don't want to step up on the bench, you feel unsafe, boom, do this. But at the ending of the day, as my friend says, you have a choice. And I'm telling you, there's literally not, like you only put your hands on the floor a few times in this program.
True.
Most of the time you're on the bench. Whenever we do abs, you're on the bench.
Yep.
You're on the bench. You rarely have to get down there. And so just don't let fear get in the way of you becoming successful. And listen, I know that this is going to work. I started this entire journey with injuries. And the last thing I'll say is I know a lot of people out there have knee issues and they're really afraid. My knee issues have gotten, I wouldn't say my knee issues have gotten better, but because I've gotten stronger, my range of motion has become better. So I just know that you can do it. Look, if it's not for you, it's not for you. Like, I know lifting weights isn't for everyone. That's not, some people are like, no, I'm a runner, I'm a biker. I'm like, good on you. I'm going to cheer you on no matter what. But I got 10-minute workouts, I got 20-minute workouts, and I got the full program here. And I got some cardio workouts. So that's the other thing I want to tell people. If you're like, oh, I don't know if I want to do 40 to 50 minutes for the entire program, which you should, but I got 20-minute workouts that are there for you and 10-minute workouts. So if you have a fear, start with the shorter workouts and then work your way up. But I know you can do it. Like, I just know you can do it. And I'm your biggest cheerleader.
Amen. I love it. I love it. I love you, Shaun. Thank you so much for your time.
I love you too.
Everybody who's watching us right now, you go to teambeachbody.com and you can dig deeper today. Buy it for yourself, buy it for a loved one, get it for somebody who wants to make a difference and change their life and change their body. This is the program for you. Shaun, big heart to you, my friend. Thank you
I
so
do
much.
want to say one last thing,
Sure.
or two last things. Take a weekly photo instead of only like weighing yourself. Weekly photos are really great. And then the other thing I'll say is, while I know we have a bunch of groups here, I have a group called Dig Deeper Nation. If you want to be really up close and personal with me, in addition to the group that I'll be with for BODi, that group runs all year long, and it's all of my programs. And this year is really going to be dedicated to dig deeper in the other weightlifting programs, workouts that I do on BODi as well. So you have tons of support out there. Don't think you have to go at this alone. And, you know, you have Jeffrey over there making sure that everything we've done is safe. And obviously you have me to help push you along the way. And thank you, Jeffrey. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Shaun. All right, have a great rest of your day. Everyone, dig deeper, teambeachbody.com. Do not walk, run. Thank you, guys. All right, take care, Shaun.